Hi, welcome to my channel Lakshaidu, where we simplify learning with clear answers. In this video, we'll tackle questions and provide detailed answers to help you prepare confidently. Question 1. Match the following. An answer is here. Do it like this. Question 2. Fill in the blanks. Answer. A. The new castes emerging within Varnas were called Jatis. B. Buranjis were historical works written by the Ahoms. C. The Akbarnama mentions that Gara Katanga had 70,000 villages. D. As tribal states became bigger and stronger, they gave land grants to poets and scholars. Question 3. State whether true or false. Answer. A. Tribal societies had rich oral traditions. True. B. There were no tribal communities in the northwestern part of the subcontinent. False. C. The Chaurasi in Gond states contained several cities. False. D. The Bhils lived in the northeastern part of the subcontinent. False. Question 4. What kinds of exchanges took place between nomadic pastoralists and settled agriculturists? Answer. Nomadic pastoralists moved over long distances with their animals and lived on milk and other pastoral products. They exchanged wool, ghee, etc. with settled agriculturists for grain, cloth, utensils and other products. Question 5. How was the administration of the Ahom state organized? Answer. In 1662, the Mughals under Mir Jumla attacked the Ahom kingdom and despite their brave defense, the Ahoms were defeated. The Ahom state depended upon forced labor, and those forced to work for the state were called paks. Each village had to send a number of paks by rotation, and people from heavily populated areas were shifted to less populated places, thus breaking up the Ahom clan. During the first half of the 17th century, the administration became quite centralized, and almost all adult males served in the army during the war. They were engaged in building dams, irrigation systems and other public works and also introduced new methods of rice cultivation. The Ahom society was divided into clans or khels. A khel often controlled several villages. The peasant was given land by his village community and even the king could not take it away without the community's consent. Question 6. What changes took place in Varna-based society? Answer. Considerable changes took place in Varna-based society during this period. Varna-based society and tribal people constantly interacted with each other. This interaction caused both kinds of societies to adapt and change, and many different tribes took up diverse livelihoods. Over a period of time, many of them merged with the caste-based society. Others rejected both the caste system and orthodox Hinduism. Some tribes established extensive states with well-organized systems of administration and became politically powerful. As a result, this brought them into conflict with larger and more complex kingdoms and empire. Question 7. How did tribal societies change after being organized into a state? Answer. The rise of the Rajput clans to the position of rulers set an example for the tribal people to follow. With the support of the Brahmanas, many tribes became part of the caste system. But only the leading tribal families were allowed to join the ruling class. A large majority joined the lower jatis of caste society. Originally, some of the tribes, such as the Ahoms, worshipped their own tribal gods. During the first half of the 17th century, however, the influence of Brahmanas increased. During the reign of Sib Singh 1714-1744, Hinduism became the predominant religion, although the Ahom kings did not completely give up their traditional beliefs after adopting Hinduism. Varna-based society and tribal people constantly interacted with each other. This interaction caused both kinds of societies to adapt and change, and many different tribes took up diverse livelihoods. Over a period of time, many of them merged with caste-based society. Others rejected both the caste system and orthodox Hinduism. Some tribes established extensive states with well-organized systems of administration and became politically powerful. As a result, this brought them into conflict with larger and more complex kingdoms and empire. Question 8. Were the Banjaras important for the economy? Answer. The Banjaras were the most important trader nomads. The caravan of the Banjaras was called Tanda. Sultan Alauddin Khalji used the Banjaras to transport grain to the city markets. They carried grain on their bullocks from different areas and sold it in towns. They transported food grain for the Mughal army during military campaigns. They bought grains where it was cheaply available and carried them to places where they were dearer and later, again, reloaded their oxen with anything that could be profitably sold in other places. Question 9. In what ways was the history of the Gonds different from that of the Ahoms? Were there any similarities? Answer. Both the Gonds and the Ahoms were the tribal communities that had centralized administration. They were divided into clans or jatis. But both these communities were different in several aspects. The Gonds lived in a vast forested region called Gondwana or country inhabited by Gonds, and they practiced shifting cultivation. The Ahoms migrated to the Brahmaputra Valley from present-day Myanmar in the 13th century and created a new state by suppressing the older political system of the Bhuyans, landlords. During the 16th century, they annexed the kingdoms of the Chutias, 1523, and of Cauch Hajo, 1581, and subjugated many other tribes. When the Delhi sultans were declining, a few large Gond kingdoms were beginning to dominate the smaller Gond chiefs. The Akbarnama, a history of Akbar's reign, mentions the Gond kingdom of Gara Katanga, which had 70,000 villages. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this Q&A, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop your next questions in the comments, I might feature them in the next video.